The following is for entertainment purposes only. We are not financial advisors. We are not responsible for any losses, only the profits.
What is up, Octo Nation? It's Charlie. I'm gonna be your host for today. I'm excited about this one. This has got a couple different directions we can go, but I hope you all get excited as I am. Malacca Straits Acquisition Company. This is something nobody is talking about, but this is when we want to get in, right? Ticker MLAC. Right now, the units are only trading MLACU. They come with one common and a half of a warrant. We like that. A full half warrant, not a ninth, okay? Not a quarter. If y'all listening out there, SPAC guys, we want a half at least, okay? Thank you very much. We have $125 million in the purse, okay? We have also got an 18-month term, which we also like. It's more aggressive. A lot of times that means they have a couple right in their back pocket that they're really thinking about. So they're like, we only need 24 months. We don't need 24 months like the rest of them. We only need 18, all right? We're going to get this done, okay? This one is based out of the Cayman Islands. Yeah, man. Can anyone answer the question why a lot of these SPACs are based out of the Cayman Islands? Put it down in the comments. The name, Malacca. The Strait of Malacca, which separates Malaysia and Indonesia. Prospectus and management's experience suggests they're looking at ASEAN countries for targets, not China. Yeah. We've actually got 649 million worth of population in the Southeast Asia market. Okay, what's included in there? The Philippines, Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand. You know, all these countries that you don't hear too much about. You know, there's almost double the population of the United States in there. I think the United States is 350 million. This area, we've got 649 million in the population. So tons and tons of folks here. The target Murse is under 500 million, most likely. We've got a $9.20 Cresent, which is also fantastic. So thank you for that. We've got an absolute rock star team. I know I say that a lot, but we got another one. Okay. The head director is Ken Chan. Mr. Chan was an executive director at Goldman Sachs. Y'all heard of them before and company? Where he worked in Hong Kong, New York, and Singapore, a Hong Kong listed natural resource company. So that's interesting. The CEO, I couldn't find a direct picture that said it was him, so I just left his picture out. So his name is Kenneth Ng, all right? He is involved in electric powertrain engineering consultancy. So he consults people on powertrain engineering. I thought that was really exciting. Sprint Power Technology Limited, and his firm was a large investor in solar wafer technology. Solar as in solar panels, okay? Comtec Solar, and had facilities in Malaysia. He was also high up ranked in the vacuum company called Electrolux Vacuums, which I thought was interesting. So, you know, they're big on physics and vacuum chambery stuff, and who knows where that can go. That can even get into the whole space thing, you know, dealing with these little micro motors and all that. You're going to see a lot of green and a lot of vehicle play in this, and we'll get to some more here in a little bit. So collectively, now these guys have a ton in the SEC filing. They have got a ton for under what targets they're going after. It's like page after page after page, and also the backgrounds that a lot of these guys have actually worked at before. And so collectively, I kind of just put together a lot of the places where they've been to come up with this. They have collectively, many of them, worked for Comstar Automotive Technologies, one of the leading multinational automotive ancillary companies engaged in the design and manufacturing of starting and charging systems for global passenger car and commercial application, with its main manufacturing base in India and assembly line in China. I thought this was really interesting, okay? Charging systems for passenger cars and light commercial applications. Man, we could go off all day thinking about and speculating what that could exactly point to, but lots of cool like car plays and like little parts, but these guys are pretty specialized. All right, they were involved with this company and they raised it up to about 2 billion. Comstar was successfully sold to Blackstone. Have we heard about Blackstone before? Anyone can do any correlation? Put it down in the comments. Let me know. It was successfully sold to Blackstone for 140 million in early 2018, earning a substantial overall return for them and all the co-investors. They're one of Indonesia's biggest conglomerates, which owns a top ramen noodle manufacturer in Indonesia and the largest convenience store chain in Indonesia with more than 17,000 outlets in 2019. So how cool is that? Convenience stores like this, they were involved with like the 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven is like the most popular, I believe, retail shop in the whole world. But that's what's really popular in the United States, but they probably have one over there. But they were also involved with a top ramen noodle manufacturing. So I like that play too. I like consumer food. I love consumer food. So I got excited about that. I got excited about the car plays and the charging systems for the cars. You know, that could be even EV, electronic vehicle charging. You know, like ChargePoint right now is a big speculative play. People are hoping is going to be their new SPAC, like for Hennessy or who else, who knows who else. But I'm sure there's other little ones or even medium-sized ones in Asia that people in the United States and all that have never even heard of. Are there any? Put them down in the comments. Let us know, because we need to start correlating these and figure out who they're going after. Okay. Now, let's look at the target specifically. It specifically includes renewables also. So like recyclables, or, you know, that's a pretty broad thing to say, renewables. But businesses which are currently part of the Southeast Asian business conglomerates in the media, so it could be media, food processing, could be the ramen noodles. Kind of hoping for that. I think that'd be I think that'd be a good play that could hype train pretty well, because I mean, who doesn't like ramen noodles, right? Renewable energy, another great one, and healthcare industries. Healthcare, I'm noticing, is doing very terrible unless it's involved with exactly what's going on right now. So I kind of hope it's not healthcare. I'm hoping it's food, renewable energy, EV, like an EV part, electronic vehicle supplemental part for all these EV companies. That'd be awesome. Maybe it's like the charging cable for EV, who knows? Or some revolutionary charging cable they could bring to market that can make charging even faster. I don't know. Which we believe can be positioned for success in Southeastern Asian markets as well as other Asian markets and beyond. So could be a macro global play that they're looking to take the company to. So that's good too. The management team has worked together before across the region. One of their deals involved a company that manufactures starters, alternators, and motors, including the electronic vehicle hybrids. So again, you know, they could pick up a company that makes a proprietary part for all electronic vehicles and only they got a patent on it or something. I don't know. Could be really cool. Automotive Technologies Limited, one of the leading multinational automotive ancillary companies engaged in the design and manufacturing of starting and charging systems for global passenger car and light commercial applications, with its main manufacturing base in India and an assembly line in China. So a lot of this I actually pulled from an article that a guy by the name of Western Eagle made, and it's a killer article. This guy does a lot of great due diligence and, you know, write-ups on new companies that are hitting that no one's talking about. So he's a good one to follow. He's on that Discord I've talked about before. So if you want to look him up and just like try to follow the stuff he does, they even have like on the sidebar in there research and stuff, and you'll see some of his articles. They're rock solid. So I pulled a lot of that from him. So I want to give him a shout out. Under speculation, he actually put $125 million for either solar panels or noodles. And noodles may be the more profitable endeavor. I agree. So you never know. I mean, a solar panel play could be cool, but again, I'm down for some cool noodles or whatever that are good. You know, those could meme really well too. So, you know, whatever can get those tickers flying north is cool by me. Anyone else have any other ideas of where this could end up, or any other like EV car pieces that maybe are already manufactured there. Like maybe you know a company that makes an EV piece that would be a perfect pickup and maybe fits in that under $500 million range that they could pick up, bring to market, and we could all make money. Let us know down in the comments, all right? As always, I'm going to put the official SEC filing down in the file on the website, so if you want to just click that and take a look, you're more than welcome to take a look about that. Moving on, I'm going to get to a little bit of news that we have. So I talked about last night a ticker that goes by JAMF. So this is that one that company that makes a ton of apps for Apple phones and Apple products. Okay, they own, I think it's like 20 to 30% share. Like they own tons and tons of apps, and like they're middlemen for some proprietary ways of making them and some other weird stuff. But anyways, if I could get a piece of a lot of apps made for Apple phones, I was like, dude, I'll take a piece of this. This is one of those funky ones, man. A lot of these never open up before the bell when they're new, but this one didn't open up at the bell either. And I was trying to follow this one all morning. Long story short, it ended up opening at exactly 11:43 a.m. Okay, and this was slated to be opening up at like $25, I believe, $25, $26. So I already had an order in around there, like a limit order, like most I'll pay is like $26.50, right? Well, at 11:43, this thing opened at $46, so almost $20 more than what they were thinking. And then it instantly went from 46 to 52. Okay. So I'm going to show you the chart of that real quick and show you how I played it. Okay. So it literally opened all the way up here. Okay. It basically, it blinks so fast that it didn't register on any charts. So I think that it was just institutionalized money. Like no one had a chance because at that time it was already at the 40s. Okay. So 46 up to 52. Boom. People started taking profit. Okay. Started jumping down. I was following this thing. It really waterfall down. They started having some nice consolidation in here. And so right about in here, I put, maybe it was like down in here, I put a buy-in, which was, maybe 3 or 4% above where everything was kind of just up and down riding, channel surfing, and ended up getting tagged. They must have seen it. They grabbed me, and then what happened? It went back down. Okay. So I ended up buying it in at $40.38. And it ended up coming down to about $36, but ended up ending the day at almost 39. So we're still sitting pretty close. This is one to watch. I mean, I thought this one was going to jump a little bit harder, but we'll see here this coming week what's going to happen with that. I forgot to actually look up the Malacca ticker and bring up the fact that this thing is trading at, you ready for this? $10. This thing is trading at $10 flat for the unit, okay? And remember, this unit actually comes with a half of a warrant. Realize how low that is? So, this is one of those ones that I just, just might pick some up, or just, I could put a buy in at like even $10.05 if I wanted, or even $10.10 or something, because again, the warrants and stuff aren't even out yet. So watch this, baby. All right, next on the news. Oh yeah, okay. Ticker ANDA signed a potential LOI with a European leader in the supply of CBD stuff. It's medical CBD, wellness, hemp, and other derivative products. What happened when that popped? It tanked. Okay, take a look at these charts. It's terrible. Down 57.66%. So whenever you hear about a stock that could potentially do an LOI with one of those sectors right there we're just talking about, get out before if you can, because they're just not cool. People just don't like them. Look at this. Right when the news came out, it's trading at about 65-ish cents, and it gapped hard. It went from 65 down to 55 gap. Look at that nasty, nasty gap. and then it started consolidating a little bit about 36, 32. Do I think this is going to end up coming back up? I do. This is one that eventually, when it goes to market, I do think it'll be fine. The company actually, it says the European leader. That's kind of a broad, naked statement. I like to call those broad, naked. Doesn't sound 100% factual, but I think it's meant to maybe trick you a little bit. But the European leader, so it doesn't say the European's largest, which would be a definitive statement that says we are the largest. We can back it up. But just the European leader in production. All right, so I was looking at this company. It seems totally legit. I like the fact it's medical though, because it is helping people and all that. But just take that with a grain of salt. If you hear anything in that category, jump out before it's too late. It's just not worth the risk. And that one was a curveball. I don't think anyone was expecting it to be that in the LOI. So I'm just glad I'm not that SPAC, because can you imagine that phone call from the company where they're like, you talked us into going on the market, and the first day it got announced, or it went down 57%. I thought you said it was going to go up. Imagine getting that phone call. You're like, well, usually they do, but I'm not sure what happened. I'm just glad I'm not that guy taking that phone call. I feel terrible. Honestly, I kind of feel bad for him too. That's bad. Okay. All right. Other news, we have got the master golden unicorn himself. Okay. PSTHU finally hit the streets. I think it was like around 9:30 a.m. All right. That one, again, you couldn't get earlier. That's just when it came out. I'm going to show you. Let's take a look at the chart on that first. So I was able to get in pretty close to open when it finally dropped. Okay. It basically opened about 21. Let's see here. It actually opened around like 21:10. Rode to 21:13, and then it was 7 o'clock when this hit the street Eastern Standard Time, and by 7:15 I put a call in above it to grab on any ride, because again, I don't like buying right at where it's at. I'd rather take a chance and lose maybe a tiny bit of money and pay a little bit higher than buy, and then the second I buy it goes down. And that can still happen, but I like to catch things on their way up, so I put it right above it, and sure enough, tagged me, and I was bought in at Fidelity. Remember, I'm starting to buy my units at Fidelity because they don't charge the $50 to $300 split of the units. Okay, supposedly. I talked to 2 more people today, and they both said they don't charge, so I won't believe it till I fully do one, but we'll take a look. But anyways, I was able to get in about 21:07. What happened after that? It actually went all the way up to 21.84, height of the day, and then it's got this big U pattern, jump back down to 21.40. I thought personally this was going to rally at about 23-ish today, but what do you know nowadays, right? I still think it's going to, but at least it had some decent volume going on, definitely in the beginning. But watch this one. This is something to definitely watch. This article, I was laughing, and then at first when this came out, this Ackman article about this SPAC, and then I just started shaking my head like, man, this guy is just something else, man. I'm all for like guerrilla marketing, doing weird stuff to get attention, but listen to this, okay? Bloomberg, billionaire investor Bill Ackman is officially on the lookout for a mega merger after his new blank check company raised $4 billion in an initial public offering and rose in its trading debut. And I quote, "We are in a unicorn mating dance, and we want to marry a very attractive unicorn on the other side that meets our characteristics," he said to Bloomberg TV in an interview. And he said, and I quote, "And we've designed ourselves to be a very attractive partner." He's designed himself to be a very attractive partner. Okay, so he's even correlating that back as he literally is a partner looking for a mate. Okay, so he believes he is the partner looking to do, and he's doing his mating dance, his unicorn mating dance. I didn't even read more of the article. I was like, you know what, man, That's awesome. I mean, he's getting this guy. I've told you this for weeks. This guy is a salesman. Okay, take everything he says with a grain of salt. Now, with that being said, he's someone I want on my side, and that's why I bought in. Okay, he's Mr. Hype. That's what we want. Okay, that's what's gonna get this thing going. It's getting the attention of everyone. Imagine if you're like, I don't know, Robin Hood. Okay, does Robin Hood want to get with someone who doesn't have a frontline dude who's gonna make a big buzz? No, they want that. They want the guy who everyone's already talking about who's gonna create the buzz, because they know what happens to stocks when that happens. Okay, they go to the moon. So they want the hype train. Now, is Ackman a good pick, for every business out there? No, probably not. But the crazy weird ones, that can be massive and just crazy, yeah. So pay attention to that. Watch that ticker. All right, Tesla. Tesla actually posted some earnings, and for the fourth straight quarter is in profits. Go Tesla, man. Even in this last quarter, cash flow positive. Good for him. He's not selling cheap cars either to people that just need them to get by. He's selling into his niche, okay? He's selling to the micro millionaires, all right? The guys making around, 175, 250 a year that, they don't want to ante up and buy a Ferrari, but they still want to be kind of cool and edgy and, maybe help the environment a little bit. I'm not sure if that's the main reason people are buying Teslas, but anyways, good for him. Mr. Electronic Vehicle himself, like him or not, this guy has really paved the way and really figured out how to make EVs cool. So something, Toyota could have done, I think. Imagine if they made, when they were doing the Prius, imagine if they actually came out with a ripping Supra that they actually made, not the new BMW one that they didn't make, but imagine if they made an awesome rebirth of the Supra that was electric like 10 years ago. Imagine if they did that 5 years ago. They could have done it, but they didn't. It took someone like Elon to do this. So I congratulate him on that. Fantastic. So my question and our question should be, are the rest of the electronic vehicle stocks going to follow the stream with it? I think so. I think everyone's going to start getting a boost again, because that's just how stuff goes. Stuff flows with other things. Like dissolves like brings up like. All right. Let's take a look at the after hours, see what happened to the stock here in Tesla. So as you can see, they had a nice spike after he was talking right about 4 o'clock. They're sitting at $1,593. After that, we peaked all the way up to $1,715. Okay, so that's great. Good for them. Now, here's another fantastic thing for the market in a macro telescope. Okay, a big, wide telescope. Tesla they're in talks to getting added to the S&P 500. If and when they are added, that again will help prop up the rest of the market, because the main thing that's propping up the market now is tech. So if Tesla gets added to the S&P 500, it is huge. Okay, it's gonna make the S&P that much stronger with a massive. It's Tesla, man. Heck yeah. If I had an ETF, would I want Tesla to be on it? Yeah. Heck yeah, man. So I think that's good. I think it's probably gonna happen, and when it does, it's positive for everyone. So that's might help hold us up a little bit longer. So, the ticker from yesterday we were talking about, FVAC, the one we brought up that 3 in the morning or whatever, like last Monday or whatnot, that mining SPAC that got bought up, where JAMF is the pipe. Okay, Mr. Tweetmaster himself. Okay, let's take a look at that chart and see what that did. Okay, and let's take a look at how I played it too, huh? Okay, so this is the defense metals. What happened? This thing actually today it popped up to about like 375, and then it started coming down. And so, I get in that teetering point where I'm like, okay, is it gonna go back up? Do I get greedy and just hold everything and just hope it keeps going up? Or do I just take some profit and be good? And it just hit me. I was like, I want to take some profit. So I did. And I feel really good about it. Okay. Even though it ended up going up a little bit higher today, I still feel really happy. I ended up taking 75% of my shares out at 361. Yeah, so I put in a sell below where it was at, saying if it's going to keep going down, it's going to grab it. It grabbed it. It still went down even further. But regardless, you know, now I'm up quite a bit. You know, how much is that? I don't know, 60%, maybe 50% on the, yeah, so it's about 50% I'm up. And that happened super fast, so I'll take it in like a week and a half. You know, making 50% on your money, not too bad. Cool thing is now I got that 25% just hanging out, and I'm just gonna let it ride. And it's already up to $4.25 now. Who knows where that's gonna end up? Silver and gold are still going up. Dollar still going down, of course. So dollar down, precious metals gonna keep going up. So you know you're getting some parabolic swings with some miners, as always. But you know people are starting to get excited. They're waiting for the next leg up on these. You know, silver actually went down after hours ish, but you know only about up 1%. But regardless, I think these are still going to be climbing up. So maybe I'll do a miner video. Do you guys want me to do a mining video? Let me know down in the comments about precious metals, maybe something like that. Another ticker I'm starting to eye is TSCRF. This is a social media like sports conglomerate. You get like scores and like everything sports on this app. Well, anyways, now they've got a whole side play branded extension of it called Scorecard Media, I believe, Scorecard Media, Card Media, and it's gambling. So sports betting right now doesn't really exist because no sports are going, but like DraftKings and all that, it's kind of riding on the back of that. They've, you know, obviously it's not as big as DraftKings, but DraftKings is going to have a lot of competitors, okay? Because people see the money, they watch the flow, everyone wants a piece, okay? These guys already have a massive following, tons and tons of followers that have been using this thing forever. And so, you know, it's something to watch. This one here it is, Score Media and Gaming Inc. All right, let's take a look at where we've been for the past 6 months. Back in March, it went all the way down to 20 cents. Since then, we've rallied to 56. It high'd at 74. So we still have another, you know, 20% run, just hit the all-time highs here. It's still pretty low, like I said, you know, but they actually just got like another, I think, state approval. I'm not sure where it was, but you know, something to look for. Maybe look into a little bit more. Anyone else in this play know anything more about it? Put it down in the comments. If you have any more other places you want me to take a look, any other tickers you want me to take a look at, put it down in the comments. Any questions, we'll be sure to get to them. Thanks again for sticking around. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It's going to help us all out, and we'll see you on the next video. Y'all have a good rest of the night.